More difficult. Ooh. I like this strip. It's Juliet's. Good morning, you guys. Hello. Sorry we're running a little late. Tired. Forgot some equipment that we really need in order to go live. But good morning. We thought I need to get up in there and pull the tanks out there in the back here. Do you wanna? Yes. Hold that, and I'll do that. We wanted to show you guys what it's like to set up our equipment. It's been a while since we've actually done like from the beginning to show you guys setting up all the equipment. We usually just do it before we go live, but since it's been so long, we want to show you guys, you know, all the stuff that we do before we get into the water.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have a misconception of diving, just a little bit if you don't dive normally, because every time you guys log in and join us, we already have everything set up. So today was a good opportunity. We were running a little bit late and we're like, cool, now we can just kind of show everybody like what it takes to set all this gear up. Don't drop a tank on you, Kara, I swear. Here, you want me to hold? Okay. But we are diving. We're gonna do a different dive site. Yes, you got it. Yeah. We're gonna do a little bit of a different dive other than Mala. We have done Red Hill a few times. Conditions are supposed to be really nice this morning, but it did say throughout the day it's gonna get windier and windier. We can already feel that wind starting to pick up. So you guys can probably hear it. Do you have to buy new tanks or do you just get them refilled somewhere? So we do not own our own tanks, we rent them.
Actually from Maui Diving. We love Maui Diving. They're our go-to dive shop. If you guys are here on Maui, we recommend that you guys go check out Maui Diving. They do a bunch of shore dives. If you've never been diving, their instructors are amazing. So I'm gonna explain to you what we guys are doing. So these are our tanks.
How heavy are the tanks, Kara?
This one's probably about like 20-25 pounds, maybe a little bit more. This is an 80 though. It's a relatively large tank. A lot of people dive with 63s. It's just the cubic feet size of the tank. So
do we use steel tanks only? I can't comment. No, I'm pretty sure they're aluminum.
Yeah, they're
they are.
Tanks.
So what we're doing and what Kara's kind of doing over here, it's this is how we do our setup. We got to pull out these tanks first. Now those BCDs don't weigh a lot. They're only a few pounds, and the BCD is that buoyancy control device. That's our vest that we wear. But what makes the BCD weigh a lot is we have these weight pockets here, and we use anywhere from like 8 to 12 pounds, and we have 2 of these. So 8 to 12 pounds that we're sticking in there. So what we have is the weight of our BCD, the weight of our tank, and then we have our weights over here. Can somebody pin the YouTube? It is Maui Pose, come dive with us. If you guys search that in YouTube. I already posted last night's sunset dive. And after this dive, I'll be able to post the night dive that we did last night as well. So what we're doing is we're clipping the vests to our tanks. And the reasoning we need the buoyancy control device, and it Velcros right on, is that's what kind of helps us control whether we're sinking or floating underwater. As if you guys didn't know, humans are naturally buoyant, so we're going to float.
Especially in salt water.
Yes. Oh, geez. Oh, no. I stepped on a big kiave.
Oh, no.
I'm obsessed with y'all in a normal, non-creepy way. I love that. I fear the ocean. No, I'm happy you were here for last night's night dive. It was really calm as far as like wildlife went. We got to see a lot of smaller, really cool things last night. But the current was a little strong. And we can see that probably happening today. Oh, the kiave trees, they're these thorny trees. You can see these guys right here that were introduced out here to Hawaii around when the missionaries came. And they are a little bit venomous. So when you step on them, they just have a real sting to them. So then what we're doing is we're setting up the regulator. And this is the piece that we use to breathe out of, and it also has like our dive computers on it. That's going to attach to the tank over here. And it has a couple of different hoses you can see. So this hose connects it to the vest. Our dive computers over here. We have this yellow emergency.
All right. So the great thing about scuba diving is it comes with a lot of fail safes. So if something goes wrong, it's still going to work. It's still going to save your life. So we actually have 2 straps from our BCD that connects our tank. We have the main strap that she's talking about, this Velcro back here. And then there's also one that goes around the tank valve. So if this goes loose, you're not going to lose your tank because it's attached here at the tank valve. It's going to hold it onto your back. Your dive buddy can help you reset that if that is the case. And then, so from the tank, you're going to attach your air hoses that go on to your BCD. This is allow you going to add and remove air from your BCD, your buoyancy control device. That is going to allow you to adjust your buoyancy in the water, okay? You let the air out, you sink a little bit, you add air in, you're gonna float a little bit. So that's gonna make you nice and level, neutrally buoyant, so you're not on the bottom and you're not on the surface. It will also act as a life jacket. So if it's completely full of air, you will float on the surface, allowing you to stay on the surface when you need to. Then she was talking about earlier, this piece right here, this is your
Yay,
regulator.
Addie, that makes me so happy. Sorry.
This is your regulator. This is what we breathe out of. We have the primary, this is the one that you breathe off of regularly, and an alternate. This is for emergency purposes. This is, let's say one of us for some reason, which it doesn't happen, runs out of air, we can share. So Brittany's usually better on her air than I am, so if I ever ran out of air, I can breathe off of hers. So that allows us to have a backup, and that would be so that we could safely get to the surface.
So somebody was wondering if you're plus size. Is it possible to dive, or what it is that's good to do and all that?
Yes.
Kara's our instructor, by the way, you guys.
You can definitely go diving. I've taken a guy out that was about 370 pounds. The thing with being plus size is that the heavier you are, the more weight you need to get down, because fat is very buoyant. The more fat you have, the more you float. That's why usually women need more weight, because we've got a lot of fat cavities on our body. Makes us a little bit more buoyant. But so that can be a little more difficult for people if you are plus size. I recommend trying to go off of a boat just because it's easier to get in and out of the water typically.
Yeah, shore divings it's pretty difficult. Like Kara and I are pretty fit. And you know, when we do more than like one dive, we have a hard time sometimes with the shore dives. It just takes a lot. Addie says it was her first time diving yesterday.
Yay!
So I'm so buoyant. So if you guys were on our lives yesterday, we got into the water and you guys saw me have a problem at the beginning of our sunset dive. And if you guys have been on our page, you know we haven't dove for a little while just because the weather was so wonky. And we weren't able to get in the water. Well, I had some buoyancy problems yesterday where I wasn't as weighted as I would like to be. So I thought there was something wrong with my weights. And I think what ended up happening is I just gained a couple of pounds while we weren't diving. So I thought of that when we were in the water, and I'm like, oh shoot, it's like I just gained a couple of pounds, and that messed with my buoyancy while we were out there. Yes, aluminum and steel tanks are different as well. Is it cold? No, the water itself is in between 77 and 78 degrees. I actually don't even wear a wetsuit. Kara's wetsuit is pretty thin. My body's just one big buoy. I feel you, girl. I mean, we're very floaty. And like Lance uses a lot less weight than I do, or uses about the same, if not a little bit less, even though he weighs more. So we're diving Red Hill today. We were just running a little bit late this morning, but we also thought it would be a good opportunity to set up our tanks with you guys on camera, just to give you the opportunity to see what happens and what goes into us getting ready to take you out for a scuba dive. Many times when you guys join us for our live dives, we've already set up all the gear and done all that stuff. So this is the process we go through. Somebody was asking about the comm mask versus the whiteboard, and if we're going to go back to the whiteboard. So we just started using our comm masks again yesterday. We're really excited about it. We're going to try and do dives about 50-50. If we are going to continue diving throughout the day today, then we're probably going to keep it a comm mask day just because we're trying to work out all the kinks with that. But we will have days where we don't use the comm mask at all whatsoever, and it's just whiteboard. So yeah, do you have jobs? Yes, we both have jobs. Everyone has jobs. Everybody works a lot. Poor Kara works. She's a lot. And she works on the other side of the island. So just for her to get to work, she has to drive like over an hour. Like yesterday, I know she was up at 5 a.m. and working her real job, and then I made her go on 2 dives with me.
Got back at like midnight. Got back at midnight. 5 a.m. to midnight.
No, we have not been out yet. We're going to be going out in a few minutes. I think what we're going to just try to do today, though, you guys, is we are going to head out into the water and just go straight out. There's a reef that stretches along the beach, but I think we do want to head over the sand for a minute and see if we can hear the whales any better. I do like to kind of just sit and listen to the whales. No, we're doing a different dive today. If we dive tonight, we are going to go back to Mala. The weather does not look good, so it doesn't look like super safe diving conditions for later this afternoon, but you never know. It is the weather, so we are going to attempt to dive this afternoon because we wanted to do a sunset dive and a night dive with you guys. If the weather does not get grumpy, then we'll be doing dives tonight, but we really have to keep an eye on that. That's why it's so hard for us to plan live events and plan dives. Like, we have the time today to do all these dives. We wanted to do night dives tonight and hang out with everyone later in the evening, but again, it's just really dependent on the ocean and the weather. Even though the ocean's fine right now, the problem is there's going to be really strong winds throughout the week, and that actually affects the currents, and then the currents do affect visibility and whether we're able to dive or not. Yeah, so the wind will kick up the waves. It does kick up the sediment. Can you go back to whiteboard with graphite pencil? Can't hear half the time talking. Yeah, we're trying to figure out the comm masks right now. We will do about 50-50. That's a new comm setup that we have, so we're just trying to figure out what works best. We're going to be using comm masks today. And then, like I said, once we get used to the equipment and kind of break it in, we'll be doing about 50% of our dives with the comm mask, 50% with the whiteboard. The whiteboard is extremely difficult and dangerous for us to be using all the time on these lives, so please keep that in mind. We have to stop everything we're doing. I have to hand Kara the live stream, and she's already holding multiple extremely heavy things. She can't control her buoyancy in that situation, and she can't swim. Now, when I'm writing, I'm not looking where I'm going. I'm trying to write. I can't control my buoyancy as well or swim as well too. So it turns into a whole few-minute mess where it took us 5 minutes to even answer a single question, or 3 or 4 minutes. So the question's kind of long gone at that point. And we've also put ourselves in a situation where we're both just not fully paying attention to our surroundings. And that's why we don't like using the whiteboard on a full dive. So I were trying to figure out how to go about using the comm masks. But we will have dives where we only use the whiteboard. But I'm just explaining why we don't always want to use it. And then, do y'all have dogs? Yes, Kara and I both have dogs. I have an absolutely psychotic bird dog. So Kara's just clipping on the little extras that we need. We do bring the whiteboard regardless. We learned right away. We forgot one of the pieces for the comm mask one time, so we learned very quickly to always bring the whiteboard no matter what. Our pencil. I love translating your words into jokes. LOL. I could totally see that happening. And the whiteboard is double-sided, but back before we had the comm masks, we wrote on it with permanent marker, and now it's a little bit written on, so we have to get a new whiteboard. So yeah, that's the reasoning that we do want to be able to use the comm mask and talk to you guys. It's just a lot easier for us, because then I just hit a button and I can say whatever I'm going to say. Luckily, we've got awesome mods in here who, for the most part, are pretty good at translating what I'm saying. And then at least what I'm trying to get across is still getting across, usually. I feel like it's harder to understand me when I talk more. So I just kind of need to get better at shortening what I'm trying to say. Like, just say the name of the fish. Like, point at it, say trumpet fish, instead of being like, oh, we just passed the long fish, and that was a trumpet fish. So we are at Red Hill, Maui. I don't necessarily use more air. I use a little bit more air with the comm mask, but I'm just so good on my air, it's not a problem. Yeah, you can hear me breathing. You can hear Kara breathing because we have our masks on and it blows bubbles out. So there's that. If you're not hitting the button, oh yeah, we have a giveaway today too. If you're not hitting the button, then you can't hear us. The mics are off. You can't hear me talking.
And you can hear her talking because sound travels very well underwater. That's why a lot of marine animals use noise to communicate underwater, because sound travels extremely well. Anybody who's anywhere slightly familiar with sonar will understand this as well. Sound wave in water work really well. That's why you guys can hear her. I don't know if anybody was on back when our comm unit was
going in.
breaking. But you could hear her talking, but it was very light and muffled. And that's because you can hear the sound she's making in the mask, but it was not communicating through our receiver. So you can still hear her. It's just easier when the mics are working.
So we also figured out with the comm mask last night, if you guys watched our sunset dive, we have this speaker, and I actually had this speaker pressed right up against the phone case during our sunset dive. For the night dive, I just did not do that. So I think it was a lot less abrasive during the night dive. We should be able to hear the whales. Not yet. A little bit better. Hold on. Is it on, Kara?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, guys. I gotta set up hear them a little bit louder on the dive we're about to do, just because we're going to be going a little bit deeper. So the deeper you go, the better the whales are going to sound. Yeah, so I think by not pressing our comm unit speaker up against my phone while we're underwater really helped with the sound. I didn't realize how loud it was because I can't hear it because I'm talking. But Kara let me know that she could hear what I was saying, even from a few feet away. Oh, thank you so much. You should let me know what name you want me to write, and I will write your name underwater when we get down there. Yeah, we should be able to hear the whales even louder on this dive. And then thanks to the whales so much. Just Chris is perfect. Awesome. Well, we'll say hi to you on our whiteboard underwater. It's really easy to write a name when we're down there and just write, a big thank you. So that only takes, a few seconds. But when I have to write a lot on that whiteboard, it gets really hard. We're just finishing setting up our gear. We're going to put our wetsuits on and head out. Our giveaway today is this guy. So I'll carry that around while we're out on our dive. But this one's really pretty. It's like a pure cream color. So I never get to see it. So we are going to try to plan some late night scuba dives, like 11 o'clock at night, midnight our time. And that'll just give some people in Europe a better chance to be able to watch those. Again, we did plan one for Saturday night. I keep saying we're going to try to plan them because this is all really weather dependent. It was supposed to be beautiful diving today, and it's already looking like it's shaping up to not be super great later today. Thank you. So yeah, our giveaways are always just our top gifter. Again, thanks Chris. You guys have been so awesome with gifts and stuff like that. So we just kind of carry something around with us on the dive to make sure we are giving back to you guys. How long will you be down? We'll be underwater for about 70 minutes. We're not going to be under the actual water for about another 15 minutes. We need to get our wetsuits on and then kick out. We have dove wreckages underwater out here. So we have dove. Sorry, Kara's just getting the gear kind of cleaned up. This is the setup we do every time. So Kara just got the kit set up and now she's just wiping everything off and getting all the electronics ready. But we've never discovered a wreck out here. Unfortunately, most of the wrecks and artificial reefs are going to be a little bit far offshore and not ideal for doing a live. We have kicked out to those wrecks before, but keep in mind when we're live streaming, we are dragging this buoy around. So it's not just the underwater conditions that are affecting us on our dive, but the surface conditions are immediately affecting us on our dive because Kara's dragging a lot of weight on that buoy. Hair and skin, I heard it does. I feel like it does. I don't know what the research is on that. A lot of people would say it dries them out or it's not good. But honestly, if I'm not in the water for too long, my hair and skin just doesn't do well. No, you're just getting started. This is a cone shell. This is not a Hawaii shell. This is one of the ones we got elsewhere. I've just like spent a lot of time collecting and buying shells from like all over the world, mostly buying when I'm out and about and I see something and I get all excited. Yeah, our YouTube is Maui Post. Come dive with us. Our sunset dive was already posted. If you guys want to see how we do our lives, we're about ready to put our phone in the underwater case. Oh yeah, Kara's gonna get her wetsuit on. So the way we do this is I'm holding an iPhone 13. It is gonna go into this underwater case here. It's rated to up to 130 feet. The back is clear, so I can see your comments while we're down and underwater. What's going to happen is one end of the wire, this part right here, is going to connect to the underwater case. That's our Wi-Fi source. That wire travels, and there's a big reel with 125 feet of this wire here that Kara has to carry and spool in and out while we're underwater. On top of the surface is our buoy here. And that just lets boats kind of know where we are. A. B, it has in this bag, this dry bag has our Wi-Fi source in there. And the other end of the cord is connected to the Wi-Fi. So we have to transfer the Wi-Fi down this super long cord underwater to get to our phone. And that's how we're able to be mobile while we are underwater and swim around and still have Wi-Fi. It is a whole bunch of like smaller parts to it too that took us like months to figure out. So it's a little more complicated than that, but that's just like the gist of it is we have a direct connection to Wi-Fi while we're underwater. And the few streamers I have seen that were actually live streaming scuba dives were not mobile. They had like a Wi-Fi source like on a boat and then just kind of sat underneath the boat. So I think so far, for the most part, we're the only scuba divers that have been like truly mobily moving and doing an entire dive site with you guys while we're out, which is really cool.
But
hopefully pirates stay away from your Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure they will.
But we do have this as like we're like tell people how we do it and everything like that. So it is possible that other people have tried to and are working on it.
And if you guys see anybody doing real live stream like diving and stuff, I'd love to see it. I was like real talking with Karen. I'm like, I think it'd just be so cool if everyone was out and live streaming like hikes and not, you know, just like this like picture perfect world we've put together on social media where you get your 3-minute clips of everything that was like pretty or nice. Like it's just really cool to log in and see like the actual hour-and-a-half long scuba dive. And I feel like it makes things like less dramatic. I feel like we're living in this world that's so dramatic and like false. So it's just like everyone's showing the best pieces to everything, the scariest pieces to everything. I could make a lot of our dives look dramatic if I put them in a 45-second long video. They're finishing gear setup. Kara's getting her wetsuit on, and then I just have to throw my pants on. Love it. I'm so excited to see it. So this is a different dive site than last night, but as long as the winds don't pick up too much, we are going to go back to Mola for sunset tonight. Have you ever been separated during a dive? Kara and I physically cannot get separated.
You're attached.
We're attached to each other to do these live streams. But yes, we have had instances where it was really, really murky. I don't think Kara and I have ever purposefully separated, but I've been with other divers who like weren't paying attention or like didn't want to wait for me or something and they've like left me.
Shay, that's super awesome that you're going to be working with Coral this summer. I'm sure that we would love to actually see that. Like that would be so cool. That's the kind of stuff that we love to see, is that like not only are people going out and showing what it's like in the real world, but they're going out and actually trying to help. So I don't know how many of you guys know this, but like there's so many projects around the world to try to help with our coral, because coral and a lot of the organisms in the ocean create about 70% of our oxygen. So yes, aren't Brittany's leggings so cute? They're like mermaid scales. Everybody loves that. I did already wrap our Wi-Fi setup. It's in this dry bag. All it is just a mobile hotspot in here. So, and then the end of the cable that is attached to it looks very similar to this. So we just put it up against our Wi-Fi box, and it's in our dry bag over here. So it's just like both the cables look like this. This one has a GoPro mount on it. So the other one's just this little black box. So it's not like, we do have some other parts and stuff to it, but it's mostly just this cable, a Wi-Fi box, and it's in a dry bag to keep it safe. So yeah, we bring the keys with us. We definitely know that one.
Why not? We've got a dry bag.
Yeah, we carry a dry bag, so we might as well. We're actually, me and Brittany get along really well. Actually, it's rare if we fight, and usually, yeah, they're like, how did y'all fight? Me and my bestie would be tussling. We get along pretty well. We definitely, everybody, you know, they have their moments, but we understand that those moments are usually caused by external things, feeling overwhelmed, rise in hormone levels, etc., and
emotionally competent people.
Yes, that's a big thing.
And voice our issues. So
yes, me and Brittany are very, like she said, emotionally competent. We like to discuss our issues and talk about how to do things better and try to understand people in their, you know, like level of thinking. Exactly. Emotional abilities in the current time, blah, 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 you know. Any of the women understand that one, I feel like. So
I feel like we're like ready.
Yay.
Oh,
yeah.
Hair, Kara.
Oh, of course. Here.
All right, this is literally like how we do our setup, you guys. We always get to a dive site like 30-ish minutes early and do all of this before we go live. So you're just hanging out with us while we do our setup. Hello. So emotional intelligence, Kara. When is the next night dive? We would love to do a night dive tonight. We're ready to do a night dive. It really depends on conditions. We have planned a night dive for tonight, a sunset dive and a night dive. But again, we did read that the weather's not supposed to be good, and that's going to affect ocean conditions. So we will see. Fortunately, I can't control the ocean and visibility. Weather. Not unfortunately. We kind of like that it's unpredictable. But Kara's the hair salon. Yeah, so if you guys also didn't know, yeah, I could show you guys the mask. In order to wear that calm mask, I have to have my hair like French braided to hold that mask super close to my face. So I don't do my hair. I'm not like a hair person. So it's like one thing I always forget to do. And then we get out here and I'm like, oh shoot, so we have to like braid our hair. But the calm mask is over there. I'll show you guys once we get over there. It is a beast of a mask that I wear on my face. Do we prefer diving during the night or during the day, Kara?
That's a very good question. I do like night dives. I do. Every dive has its own thing, and that's what I like about all diving, is that it's always going to be slightly different. I am a big fan of all the predators that come out at night, but I am not a big fan of the the elements feel a little bit more intense at night because you can only see to the end of your flashlight, so that makes things a little bit easier during the day, that you have like this ability to see much farther, and you definitely see different things all day. So that one I just can't pick. I like them all. I have the hair tie.
Yeah. No, I definitely like night dives more, but just like Kara said, it's difficult when there's a strong current and you're diving at night, because during the day you can see what's ahead of you and you know, like, okay, I can't go directly this way. I don't want to run into this, or I don't want the current to push me into that. At night, we know these areas pretty well, but it still happens where we're in a strong current and then we get to the end of where our flashlight light was and we're like, oh God, there's like this big post here. Now we have to be extra uber careful. So we're pretty much ready. All we got to do is load up the phone. In here, lights out is so intense. We'll have to do that more for you. Thank you, Rochelle. Thanks, guys. So Carrie's got her wetsuit on. You need me to zip you up, girl? Yeah.
It's easier to get on when
Yeah, and we do have a top shelf for our top gifter today too. And Chris, we will write you a message when we get underwater. She sent a whale and she's so awesome. Thanks guys for all the roses. We are getting ready to head out into the water. We're pretty much good to go. Should we defog that?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
There's Kahola hair in it now.
Oh, great.
Let me wipe it.
There's Kahola hair. No, I do not fish. I would feel really bad. So I feel bad when like other animals are eating fish. Not that I like want to help because it's nature and stuff, but I have a soft heart. So no, he's good. He's got plenty of room. He's got room. Are the whales still around? Yeah, they are actually going to be louder than ever. So we're getting ready to put the phone in the case, you guys. We want to get you guys underwater. We will not, all right, I'm so sorry for the jostling, you guys. We have to get this in here. We will not be going kayaking for the foreseeable near future. The winds are supposed to be absolutely crazy for the next like 6 days. So we can't even think about kayaking until next week.
Yeah, it's like 20-mile-per-hour winds, which would be super scary on a kayak.
Yeah, no, it would be a lot. So I'm going to leave that red filter on, you guys. Everything is connected. So what we're doing is connecting the Wi-Fi to the bottom of the camera. This is usually when we start the live, you guys. So when you log in, you immediately feel us jostling, and that's when we start. So all the stuff you just saw us do is like how we set up before we go live. The film is red because we have a red filter on this phone right here, and the red filter color corrects when we're underwater. Red light waves don't penetrate very far underwater, so we lose the color red. We're not getting a true idea of while we're down there. So we'll leave the red filter off. Once we descend, adding that red filter adds a little bit more true color to everything, and it adds depth. So you guys can just kind of see things a lot better. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be more muffled while I'm talking, and that is because our phone is in an underwater case. It is a thick plastic, so now our voice has to get through the plastic to get to you, which again that's why the comm mask is a little more muffled when we're talking to you underwater. Kara's cute. They love your suit, Kara. We should be down for about 70 minutes. This is usually where we're at. And then somebody wanted to see our comm mask, but here's the comm mask that I wear. That is how I talk to you guys while we're underwater. It's really heavy. The microphone button is right there. The microphone is inside there. It's that blue thing inside. But that's my gigantic space mask that I wear. And it's an Ocean Reef comm mask. It's really, really cool. And like their products are just so fun to use. I have never snorkeled in Oahu, but do not snorkel alone. Make sure you're a fairly good swimmer, and if you're not, staying in shallow waters with flotation devices and whatnot. Honestly though, like if you guys go with like a tour group, it's just so much safer. I have not panicked underwater. Really? Oh, I've been in like a crap situation and like not liked that, but I haven't been like just underwater and panicked.
Luckily, due to my training, any moments that I have where I felt like extremely panicked, I knew to just stop what I was doing and just like breathe and calm myself down and lower my heart rate, because when you're panicked, you kind of hyperventilate, you breathe very quickly, you hold carbon dioxide in your lungs, which enhances that panic in your brain because of the chemicals. So if whatever time, if you are like feeling panicky, stop in a safe place. If you're snorkeling, usually that's like just a little bit farther offshore, away from where the shore break is, and just stop and breathe for a second. Take some nice calming deep breaths, lower your heart rate down, and then once you're calm, then you can think clearly and analyze what you need to do to safely exit the situation or to figure out what is going on.
Carrie uses her snorkel. Again, like you can bring a snorkel and use that when you're on the surface to kind of look around and see what's around you. Because in case you need to swim to the surface, your options are to swim on your back and you can't see what's underneath you. If you have your snorkel, then you can actually look around. We're not at Mala, we're at Red Hill. Somebody asked if the tanks are lighter when we're underwater.
So the great thing about the water is that this is a vest. That's attached to our tank. That's our buoyancy control device. So what that does is it makes you almost weightless. So you do not feel the weight of the tank. So in the water, it is basically weightless. Above the water, that setup that we have right here is anywhere from about 45 to 65 pounds. So it's very heavy. We've been in some interesting situations, such as like really strong currents. Trying to think of what else is like stuff. Yeah, it is locked. We just need to shut it. Your tank is gonna last depending on how fast you breathe. If you breathe faster, your tank goes faster. If you take deeper breaths, not saying to take shallow breaths, but if you take real deep breaths because you have real big lungs, your tank is going to last less time. Brittany and I can make these tanks last a while. It also does depend on the depth that you're at. The deeper you are, the more the air is compressed and the faster you breathe it. We're at Red Hill. We'll go with that. But Brittany and I can make our tanks last anywhere from 60 to 120 minutes. And that's once again depending on depth. A real shallow dive, 120 minutes, you can definitely do. Whereas, deeper dive, you're in, 50s, 60s, 100 feet, then it goes a lot faster. I have never ran out of air. We use, let me pull out my gauge. We use this wonderful little device here. So this tells me how much air I have. A full tank is 3,000. So it's like just barely above 3,000. You always want to make sure that you don't go into this red area. That red area is for safety purposes to make sure that you can get back if any issues arise. So you want to leave that, yes, you want to leave that 500 for when, in case something happens. So, but usually when me and Brittany use our dives and we're out for 70 or 80 minutes, we have over 1,000 PSI left.
Now you guys know, some people will ask us, like, how much air do you have in your tank? If we have 2,000 PSI, and we tell you that in the combat, 2,000, we're putting in 2/3 of our tank left. And that also gives you guys about an idea. Kara and I can time our dives really well, so we know our dives last 70 minutes, so we can tell you, like, oh, we'll be down there in half an hour, or whatever. But if you ever want to know, like, exactly how much air we have left and keep an eye on that, like, feel free to ask. Does your computer tell you where everything is at when it's above water? They want to know the computer. Oh. So Brittany will have to show you the computer underwater. Unfortunately, the dive computers don't actually tell you where everything is. No, your dive computer on your wrist. So all that this is going to tell you is the date and the time right now.
How deep we are.
When we get underwater, it will tell you how deep we are and our max depth, how long we've been down, and how much time we have at depth. And Brittany will be able to point that out, I'm hoping, when we're underwater.
It's really hard, honestly.
I bet.
The problem with that, you guys, is I don't mind showing my dive watch, but I have to hold the phone. See how hard my restricted my movement is in this vest? So I've tried to show you guys my dive watch a few times, like how deep we are. And I have to pull my arm out like this and hold my arm flat and then hold the phone and angle it. And then I can't even see if the phone's pointed at it because I can't see the screen. So I've tried to show you guys my dive watch and I'm bound to, but it's just an awkward, hard angle for me. And I'm wearing a full face mask and I can't be horizontal in that mask. So I can't look down at all really without bubbles spraying me in the face. It's a good time. It's a good time. Alright, I'm pretty ready though. Are you pretty ready?
Yeah. Sorry, there's a lot of questions. I feel like I missed a whole bunch. But we're about to head out, you guys. We will be going out here in a couple of minutes. We're just going to be, Brittany's connecting the mask onto her kit with the air pressure hose right there. And then, got it, I believe it's going to deliver air to me while we're underwater. What is happening? Okay. I think we're golden. You ready? Yes. Alright, it's time. Do you get aches with the pressure and or sun? I get aches from carrying this weight around. Oh. No, I don't get headaches from diving. She didn't see the headache part. I just thought you asked if I'm getting achy. I'm like, well, I'm getting older. I'm like 30, whatever. Like, I get achy. Sure. So funny. Not a lot to do things. Alright, you guys, we're not going to kick out too far on this dive, though. It's definitely not as far of a kick out as we do at Mala. How's it looking, Kara? Yeah, it looks nice. So what we're going to do before we get into the water, you guys, is blow up our BCDs, our vest. That's that noise you hear. I'm filling it with air. It's going to be like a life vest. It won't let me sink. The reef starts pretty quick here, so what we do is we walk into about knee deep and then lay down and ensure that we're not going to hit the reef at all or touch it. So please be really mindful and careful when you guys are snorkeling and scuba diving at all. If you do any of that, to just not touch the reef. Please don't damage the reefs at all. They're very easily damaged, and they take such a long time to grow, decades sometimes. All right. That beeping you hear is the comm unit letting me know it's wet. It should not do that in the water. Yeah, it's pretty cold. What you're looking at is like a 1 degree temperature difference. It's probably 77 degrees over here, but it feels a lot colder. Yeah. Sorry, I know that little thing in the top corner is probably annoying, but that's our red filter. It's just so it doesn't clank against the cone. And that beeping sound that you're hearing is going to be our comm unit getting wet. It's just letting us know it's working. It doesn't do that the whole time we're in the water. Sweet! Alright, let's get out. This reef stays really shallow for a hot minute, you guys. So when we do drop, we're going to be dropping in really shallow water. It's probably going to be like 8 to 10 feet. Sorry for that beeping. It's a little bit wavy out here. Whew. It'll be such a good dive, you guys. Thanks for like hanging out with us while we got ready. I did fill the vest. We're in deep. Oh crap! we're in deep enough water to where we could stand, but you can kind of see we're floating. So Kara's got her vest filled up. I've got my vest filled up. It's like a little life vest. It's floating. It's probably the one thing you really don't want to break is to get a hole in your BCD. That is a pain.
The great thing about that is that all of this scuba equipment has fail-safes. Like we mentioned several times before, we are now
questions am I missing? What are you looking for today? So we're really coming out today to listen to the whale song. We are going to try to go over the sand and just be in that little bit of deeper water. Generally, the bigger predators are going to be in that sandy area. The chance of us seeing like a big tiger shark or those really big eagle rays isn't always super high, but it could happen. There was a snorkeler out here a couple of weeks ago, like really close, like this close. And a scuba diver took a picture of that snorkeler, and right behind the snorkeler was a really big tiger shark in the same spot. He didn't even know. So it's just, so there are big sharks here. It's why we really started coming here, is this reef is gorgeous, and we're always kind of looking for the famous tiger shark that likes to hang out in this spot and have yet to run into. Here, we'll try to put you guys underwater. Stay connected. Yay, it looks really pretty, they said. Yay. Should be super clear. I haven't looked yet. I missed it.
It's beautiful.
Oh no, Kara. Oh God, when it's pretty like this, it's so hard. Really? I can't see. No, we are using a tank. We're just not going down yet, you guys. It's a little too shallow. So what you can see is we're kicking away from shore. She's using her snorkel right now to not waste air, so she can look under longer and not use the air out of the tank. That's why she has her snorkel in. Is water getting in the case? I hope not. Oh my God, it'd be bad. No, we're just starting. We're just starting. We just came from this beach right over here. It's so pretty.
So, like 80, 100%.
No.
Like gorgeous.
All right, we just got to go out. Is the current?
It doesn't feel like
Okay, yeah, let's kick out, and we're gonna kick out into some deeper water, and we're gonna go out into deeper water. The deeper we go, the better you guys can hear the whales. So we just kind of like listening to the whales. We like to go into some deeper water and just kind of chill. See if any big creatures swim by to check us out, and listen to the whales. They're so beautiful. Thanks for the stay hydrated. Bravo 11, this is HQ1. Safe dive. Thank you, over. That's so funny. No, we're at Red Hill. The red filter is not on right now. We are not at Mala. This is the red filter. No, we're just starting. It's 10:36 in the morning. We were super late this morning. Don't mind us. Yeah, we didn't go to bed till really late last night. After we cleaned gear and rinsed off, I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm wrapped up, Kara.
I know.
But it's still... Oh, okay. There we go. Aloha and good morning from Red Hill. Yes, thank you so much. Aloha, aloha. We're getting ready to go down, you guys. We just wanted to get into some deeper water. And the reason we're doing this is to conserve air. If we drop down now, we're just going to run out of air faster. So I've lived in Hawaii most of my life. So yeah, I love it. I love it. About 7 feet. 7 feet. Oh, great. It's like 5 feet. As you can see, it is very shallow, you guys, so give us another minute to get into some deeper water. Tide's down. It does look absolutely gorgeous out there.
So excited, you guys.
Rent is really, really expensive right now, you guys.
So expensive.
It's really bad. I think 7 out of 10 homes in Maui are owned by people that don't live here. So the people are basically out of state, out of country, buying up all the property and housing in Maui and then renting it out as tourist, rentals like Airbnbs, or they are just sitting on it and nobody's living in them. So it's created this like crazy housing crisis for local people. And it's just such a problem. So there's that little rant.
I think we're good.
Oh, we're good?
10 feet.
All right, we're at like 8 or 10 feet, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get my mask on. It looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous. And we have gotten lucky on a couple of times on this dive and seen a hawksbill sea turtle.
They're super rare. We love the hawksbill sea turtles. So I'm gonna put you guys underwater and let you guys check it out over there while Brittany's getting her mask on. So. Ready to drop. So we do have a giveaway today to our top gifter. It is this beautiful cone shell, super pretty, like so white. Yes. When we get done, we will tell Chris. Thank you so much for the whale gift, and if anybody wants their name written on the board, if you gift us a whale, we'll write your name and a little message from us to you. So, from the island. This is not from the island. We bought this overseas. Yeah, this is not from the ocean here, so we do understand that you're not supposed to get things from the islands, so
This is Mike. Okay.
Yep, sorry, I'm doing good. I'm just trying to read some comments and stuff, but okay. Okay, alright, sweet. Sorry, it is definitely a whole ordeal to get these masks and stuff on, so but thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We really love and appreciate you guys coming on. If you guys could go in and follow our account, we would love you for that. If you're not already following, if you want to, it's not a big deal. But we would love you if you did. Also, if you missed any of our lives or want to check them out, we upload them on our YouTube, which is Maui Pose. Come dive with us. Thank you guys so much for the follows. You guys are awesome. Yeah, we're almost ready. We do have most things set. Brittany is just making sure her mask is on right. If it's not on right, it is really uncomfortable. I know, it's beautiful. Are you good? That was not very confident. Always. We're gonna put the red filter on. That's just to color correct when we go underwater. You lose the color red when you're diving the fastest in the water. So that's what that is. It's just to show you guys the true color of what it looks like down there. But I think we are ready. Let's check this all out, y'all. Let's do it. we are going to swim out into deeper water. Our buoy will still know where we are. We are going deeper, should be about 50 feet, 50 feet in a few minutes. This is a big spearfishing spot. Most fish will swim away when they see us. Off in the distance, you can see lots of fish. As we get closer, they swim away. All of this coral is in fair condition. Good coloring. We like neutral tones. We are going over the sand to try to listen to whales.
Oh, and top gifter at our show. Twenty-one feet. Maui, Hawaii, humpback whales singing. These sound very close. The whales are probably a half of a mile away or so at the closest point. Feet deep. The deeper we go, the better we can hear the whales. Only male boy humpback whales sing, and there are hundreds of them. I do not hear any dolphins. There's a canoe. Can you hear it? This is a shell I bought in the Caribbean that we are giving away. Caribbean cone to our top gifter. This is what a dying reef looks like. Where's the eel? And those are whales, not dolphins. 45 feet deep. Yes, that was a large cushion starfish. Not any reef fish. We are in open water. We have Verizon and a whole lot of skill. A whole lot of boats all around us. Sound travels far, but these whales are very, very close, within a half mile to 5 miles. We have been under for 31 minutes. Current depth is 50 feet. No, the whales will sing all night. Yes, we see octopus all the time. And I'm sure the whales already know we are here and are leaving us alone. They are very intelligent. 2,100 PSI left. Fish are over the reef, not open water. and hoping to see a stingray or manta ray. Marine life is most active in mid-afternoon or after dark at midnight. There are no manatees in Hawaii. "51 feet is our deepest." Oh. Rarely we get great whites, but sometimes. I wish there was a shark. can't feel the whales, but I can hear them. No touching fish. You can feel vibrations when they are very, very close. I usually wouldn't see a whale scuba diving. I do see them kayaking. If you're new, follow along. We have more dives today. I don't hear dolphins, just whales. We are going to a reef to show you the fishies. Hold on. Now we have lots of dive time left. works. We will try to do more when we are traveling. Okay, we are back at our reef. Yeah, we see lots of turtles, hornbills, all the time. This coral is in pretty good condition. Hawaii coral is naturally tone. Thanks for today. Hold on, I'll write you a message. Darn, Is the calm not working? Very shallow, 15 feet deep. The fish swim away when they see us. Lots of spear fishermen. Water temp is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you so much. Let me write your name out. Oh, we're super shallow. Don't worry, we have more dives to do today. Depth level is 5 feet over. Well, we have real jobs, but we would love if TikTok could be our livelihood. The fish don't like people, they swim away.
Take this and swim away from you, and hopefully that makes us untangled. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I had so much fun. Hopefully you guys did too. Those whales were so loud. I don't know if we've told you guys this before, but you guys can't really feel it because you're in a phone. But if a whale
is so loud that you feel it vibrate your chest. That means they're within a mile.
Oh, really?
Really. That is how loud whales are. You can hear them for miles and miles. It is very possible that we were way closer to some whales. They just weren't singing.
Yeah, good point.
So
only the male whales sing. What? You good? Am I good now?
yeah. Yeah, only male whales sing. All whales make noise, but only the males sing.
Oh, yeah. Come on, you guys. We've got a bunch of cords connecting our phone to all the stuff that gives us Wi-Fi. So let me get some of these cords off real quick, and we'll try to answer some of your questions. It was definitely colder and yeah, the other side of the island. It's funny. Britt, I want to see a whale so bad. Yeah, we do go kayaking. We can't like actively approach whales. We don't want to harass them. But when we're out kayaking, we usually have whales come up to us pretty close. Sometimes, you know, they'll be breaching an okay distance. But as far as kayaking over to the whales or being underwater, like, I don't know. We were just wanting to listen to them. So we went out to the spot we know is best to amplify their vocals, and that's thanks for taking us with you. No, it was so awesome, so awesome. We do want to do 2 more dives today with you guys. We want to do a sunset and night dive. Unfortunately, we do not know what the weather is going to be like. We heard that the currents were supposed to get really strong as the day progressed. If that's the case, we won't be able to do any more dives. But again, the ocean and the weather is really unpredictable, and we won't know until it actually comes time for us to get back in the water. Great job today. Mission was a success. I know, I love those bravos. They're so cute. Can we watch the replay again? Yeah, great question. So within 24 hours, all of our dives that we do are available on our YouTube. So yesterday's sunset scuba dive we did is already up on YouTube. The night dive that we did will be up in about an hour or so. And then this dive that we just did will be available in a couple of hours. So our YouTube is Maui. There's a link in our bio if you go to our link tree on TikTok and click our bio. Our YouTube's in there. But if you just want to look us up on YouTube, it's Maui Pose, Come Dive With Us. And then you can always go rewatch our dives, and it's the full dive. We don't narrate it. We don't edit the dive. We just leave it how it was and upload it for you guys to go back. So much water to go back and look at. I mean, the waves, I think they look big when we're like this low to the water, but they're really, look at, they're like a foot. They're like so tiny, but they look really big. They're so low in the water. March is great. You'll totally see some whales while you're out here. If we do dive tonight, we'll be at sunset in about 5 hours. And then we'll do another night dive. But we have to check the weather, you guys. The current seemed fine just now.
It's like barely a current. It was just like this on the surface.
Yeah. The current seemed fine. It's the surface that's a little more iffy. And then if you guys aren't following us, you should do that. Hi, it's really great. I'm Brittany. This is Kara over here. So definitely give us a follow. We only do the live streams here on TikTok, you guys. We aren't doing it on any other social media platforms right now, and we are the only people worldwide actively scuba diving entire sites. So it's really cool. I think most of the scuba dives you see will be fake, which is really not fake. They were actual scuba dives, but they're usually just mirror screen. Oh, there's muddy rocks. Maybe we'll make the rankings tonight. It could happen. You missed all the awesome some whale song. We were really focusing on whale song today, you guys. Not so much like the wildlife, like, I don't know, eels and stuff. So tonight we will be focusing a little bit more on like looking around for honus and sharks and stuff like that. I love your laughs. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much. It is 11:51 a.m. here in Hawaii right now. If you guys want to rewatch any of our live dives, this one will be available in a couple of hours on our YouTube. You can go click the link in our bio and just go rewatch the entirety of our lives, which is pretty cool. But yeah, our dive tonight should start at about 4:30, and we'll be in the water. Oh no, there's a big rock here. Alright, hold on, I gotta get my fins off. This is a whole sit. Kara left me. What's the biggest shark you've seen? Honestly, I think the Ocean Reef shark tour on Oahu is where I've seen the biggest sharks. We've seen some, oh geez. I can't see, I don't have like a mask, Kara.
You're fine. There is shallow rocks right there, so you're like right in front of the sand.
Alright. Alright, I think I'm good. Hopefully I don't fall. We're in Hawaii. Alright, you got that? I got this. You can go. I promise if I eat it, I won't like totally die.
Well, we're over the sand, so we're good.
We would love to do a night dive tonight with you guys. The only problem is weather. It depends. Depends on the ocean. We do have a night dive planned for tonight. So we are fully prepared to do a night dive, but it's up to our ocean, which has been a little temperamental lately. So, ocean in the winter. Oh my. That just made it really hard to walk. Woo-hoo. Let us get up to the car, you guys. It is really hard for me to see your comments when I'm like walking around. A whole bunch of like weight on me, and this hill sucks. Are you okay, Kara? This is really shitty. Oh, we're gonna make it. It's gonna happen. And then I can answer some questions for you guys when we get up to the car. Our mods will tell me in a minute who our top gifter is, though. I'll check that. Wow, that was rough. If you guys could please give some love to our moderators. They are awesome. I'm sure you noticed. Wow, that was hard. That we aren't able to answer every question. Oh, I was tired. Or keep the peace. And our moderators are just so knowledgeable. Oh man. Dying. It was your namesake. Yeah, Brittany. Brittany. It's even spelled the same way. No, we have like the best mods on TikTok, I swear to God. Like, I'm so grateful for them every dive.
All right.
Saltwater. Really bad. Really bad.
Yes, we do some studies before we dive areas. A lot of the dive sites that we're bringing you guys to, we've dove so many times. We could do them blindfolded. So, but we definitely like to look into where we're diving, like other places in the world. We want to know kind of what species are out there, what we might see. So it is a great question. We're very familiar. No, go fine. It's great. It's great. It's beautiful out there right now.
Visibility is incredible.
So, other divers, it's always fun. Hang on. No worries. Here, I'll hold this. You take that.
You're my favorite streamer. Thank you guys so much. We have so much fun on these. I think the coolest thing about this is like it can be really relaxing. I know sometimes there's a lot going on or I'm talking a lot, but it's really relaxing and peaceful, and you guys get to explore underwater with us, and you just never know what's gonna happen. It's the ocean. So you never know like what animals we're gonna see. I was up so late last night. I was like, I'm scuba diving. Yes, you were. And that's how it is, how we feel, you guys, when we take you out with us. We feel like we're doing this with you. Like, I feel like you guys are just as much of a, a part of these dives. Best place to see turtles on land in Maui. So do keep in mind, you guys, that when you are here in Hawaii or anywhere in the world and you see sea turtles, to try and keep your distance from them. You don't want to be affecting their behavior at all. But if you are going to be respectful, keeping your distance to observe. And there are, Ho'okipa's really good to view the turtles, which is over on the north shore. And you can even view them from like the parking lot, which is really cool. It's really far. And there are people that volunteer and they hang out on the beach over there in Ho'okipa, just to kind of ensure that people aren't getting too close. But if you wanted to see turtles on land, there's places all over Hawaii to view them. Can you take us? Yeah, so tonight, if we can get into the water and conditions are good, then tonight we're going to take you guys to see the sea turtles. We will go observe the sea turtles underwater when we head out to Mala for the evening. How can we help with air in your tank or costs like that? Hi, Gabrielle. I mean, that's really, really nice of you. There's a few different ways, just because, again, this gear is really expensive. Your tips here on TikTok help a lot. Like, a lot. That's pretty much what we've been using your tips for, is to cover all our expenses and stuff, and we appreciate it. It's so awesome. We also have a Patreon account. There's a link in our bio, and that's just a little bit more of a consistent way to support, whether you wanted to donate like $5 up to lots of dollars. We have an Amazon wish list up as well, and we've had a few people buy us some smaller gifts, like graphite pencils for our whiteboard and stuff like that. Teresa, thank you for that, by the way, and that is super helpful too, just because I tried to put the items on that list that we really, really needed or that we used a lot of. But those are the best ways I think you guys could support. I don't feel the need to like give you guys my Venmo or ask for like lots of money in that way, but I know our Patreon's really helpful, and we do shout outs and stuff like that, and I like the idea of Patreon because you guys get stuff too. And then the TikTok gifts really help our algorithms, and it helps other people discover us. And again, we use that money not only just to pay for our tanks and stuff like that, and all of our gear, like that new comm mask right there, the mask I was using to talk to you with. Your guys' gifts paid for that, which is awesome. But we did make enough money in the month of January for us to go to Oahu, which we just got back from Oahu, and we took you guys out onto the Ocean Ramsey shark dive. So that's because of you guys, because of like your donations, and we were able to live stream that, which was really awesome. How would we send the pencils? You can check my Amazon wish list, and there's a couple, like, there's some of the stuff on there is really expensive stuff, and that's just stuff I need that I put on there, like, because I know I need to get a new BCD, so don't worry. But there are smaller priced items like our graphite pencils on our Amazon wish list, and they'll mail it like right to us, and we just go through like so many little things. But for the most part, like, you guys have all been really, really awesome and really generous, and seriously just absolutely amazing followers and like viewers, and we appreciate it so much, and we're just so blessed to be in a position where we can like bring you guys out into the water and get you guys into the ocean, and teach you guys what we know and get you guys to fall in love and want to help these animals and be big conservationists like us, even if you live, you know, in Arkansas or Alaska or Europe or wherever you guys live, Florida. Maybe you are a marine biologist who just wants to see the ocean in Maui. But I just love how much our followers have been like really starting to care about the ocean, but the creatures. To see everybody like slowly lose their fear of sharks and start to think they're the cutest thing in the world is like the best feeling for me. So it's really cool. Have a nice lunch. Thank you so much. Struggling with the mask off. A lot of people struggle with that. Do not feel bad. Do you have any tips for that, Kara?
For removing your mask.
If they're scared.
I mean, the biggest thing is like being comfortable in water. The great thing is that like if you're having problems like taking your mask off and putting it back on, you can still breathe. Like you still have your regulator in your mouth. You're still able to breathe. Because I am an instructor, like you have to be able to take your mask off for a long period of time and put it on very calmly. And I've learned that, like, I know sounds really simple, but if you just sit in like 3 or 4 feet of water, you know, water that you can stand up in, just sit down on the bottom, just take your mask off and just figure out how to breathe and not have the mask on. You can keep your eyes closed.
Can they plug their nose?
Huh?
Can they plug their nose? Is that allowed?
I mean, you can, but I feel like that's almost like a hindrance because if you plug your nose, you're going to have to unplug it to put the mask on. And I think that kind of puts more water in your nose than you would like. Whereas, like, if you just kind of blow out of your nose a little bit, like that. But
Here, let me take this out. I don't think they can hear you that well.
Oh.
I just saw a comment that said can't hear. Is the car on? Weird. I think they could hear.
It was
maybe.
probably just muffled. I'm so far back from the camera. It makes a lot of sense. But once again, just go and sit in 3 or 4 feet of water. It's the easiest to do it in a pool. And just use your regulator and just breathe with no mask on. And just get comfortable. It's uncomfortable. It is. And I know this. But the more you do something, the more you're going to realize that it's not as scary as you think it is. And so, like, a great story is I actually could not swim with my face underwater without plugging my nose until I was 26 years old when I moved out here and started scuba diving. I made it through the Navy plugging my nose anytime I put my face in the water. I used to freak out. I used to have a huge panic attack. I would like put my face in the water and I would get water up my nose and I would panic hardcore. And once again, I just had to do it enough that I knew that I wasn't gonna die. It wasn't something to panic about. And I figured out that if you sounds weird, don't blow air out of your nose, just add air into your nose. You kind of create a block where water won't go up your nose. And it makes it the easiest to just kind of sit there. So for those of you who have fears, putting your face in the water without plugging your nose, I was one of those people about 6 years ago.
It is not much harder to get your advanced. They were wondering if it's harder to get your advanced cert if they're already open water cert.
No, you just need to be advanced scuba diver. You need to have 5 special.
Someone said you could practice in the bathtub, and honestly, that's such a good idea if you have a little bit of a deeper bathtub or can just lay there under the water. I mean, it really isn't any different. If you feel safe and comfortable shutting your eyes in the bathtub, we feel safe and comfortable out here in the water. We change masks out all the time. I keep swallowing stuff. We're blinded while we're down there a few times, but we're so comfortable in the water that, again, it's really just experience and how safe you feel. And we feel safe while we're down there. We know our surroundings and we trust the ocean, but most importantly, we trust ourselves. So that's the, I think, biggest blocker you've got to get through is put a lot of faith in yourself and a lot of trust in yourself. Trust your judgment. Trust when to make calls, trust what's safe, and trust that you can judge that for yourself. And you'll feel a lot more comfortable whether you're in a pool learning to scuba dive or diving. So my dad's an amputee and has his cert. That's so awesome. So why would you need to change out your mask, Susan? There are many reasons for that. Sometimes if I just forget to put defog in my mask, we'll switch out masks. Again, you guys saw me using my big giant calm mask. It's somewhere over here, but sometimes that has an issue or it's a hindrance and I want to switch it out. So I will switch into a regular mask and regulator setup. And that's a lot harder because when I'm switching out masks that way, I can't breathe. So I have to be extremely calm. And there's a video of me doing that. I don't know, from a couple of weeks ago. We posted it on our TikTok. So it is, we have to be extremely calm, and we're switching out masks like that, like the full face calm mask to a regular mask and regulator setup, because I'm switching what I am visually using to look out of. And then I am also switching my breathing apparatus. There's a whale really close over there. See that boat? It's closer than that white boat.
What? Really? That's super close.
No, it's super close.
That's like where we were.
Yeah, I know. So right about where that white boat is, right out there, that's about where we were scuba diving.
Step, we were straight out. Not that direction.
So, choo-choo. All right, but we're gonna get going, guys. We're exhausted.
Loaded up other than my butt soup.
You say bye, Kara?
Thank you guys so much. Once again, we love you guys for supporting us, coming out and checking our lives. We're so glad that we can bring you guys the beautiful world of the ocean that we love so much. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and we are crossing our fingers and hoping that we can do 2 more dives today.
Thanks, Bunny.
You can find them in our live events. If you do go and check out our live events, go and follow our page if you're not following us yet. So
yay!
Thank
And
you.
Brittany, I'll get a hold of you. You were our top gifter today, so we'll actually add you as a follower, friend on TikTok here, and we will follow you, gift you all the fun things. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and love. Let's see. We are hoping to come back tonight, you guys. So we are hoping to do a sunset dive and a night dive. It's very weather and ocean dependent at this point. We thought it was going to be absolutely beautiful today, but we're reading it's supposed to get extremely windy throughout the day, and it's going to make the currents really strong. Seems really nice right now. So we have we won't know if we're diving until the time comes, and the time is 4:30 is when we planned our next dive. That's in like 4 hours. So come back in 4 hours and we will either be diving or we won't. Woo. Like that one night. Wow. How long have you guys been diving? All right, last question. I've been diving for about 3 years now. I've been in the ocean a lot longer than that, a few more years. I pretty much grew up out here. Kara was in the Navy. So Kara is our Navy girl, and how long have you been diving, Kara?
Almost 5 years. But our first time I went diving was in 2011. So
Kara's been at it for a hot minute. All right, but we're gonna get going. We gotta get some food. I have kids I gotta go pick up, my little babies, and go mom it up for a little bit, and we're gonna go rest, and then we'll be back for a few more dives tonight, hopefully. I just keep having to repeat hopefully, just in case for some reason we have to cancel because of weather. But all right, you guys, we're gonna get going. Say bye to the beach. We're gonna go look for turtles and sharks tonight. We'll see you guys in a few hours. It's 12 o'clock now. We'll be back at 4:30, and we have events posted in our bio. And if you guys want to see these dives, go on our YouTube, Maui Pose, come dive with us. And we'll post those for you guys. All right. Adios, guys. Aloha. We'll see you in a little bit.
bye, you guys.
Cheers.